So we're going to move on to World War II conscientious objectors. Hopefully you remember what that means. Basically that men refused to fight during the First and Second World War. So conscientious objectors in the Second World War are slightly different. There were a huge amount more of them to start with. There was something like hundreds of thousands rather than 16,000 in World War I. And there's a reason for that. When they introduced conscription in 1939, so you had to sign up to the army, there was a loophole in the law stated that actually if you didn't sign up, nobody was going to particularly make you. And people knew about this loophole, and if they didn't really want to, if they were objecting on moral reasons, religious reasons, they didn't actually have to. And lots more of those people who refused to fight were given non-combat jobs, so working in radio or working in a strategy kind of way, or even just staying at home, working on the home front, being an air raid warden, things like that. Because obviously we know London was bombed during the Blitz from the work he did in Year 8. So they are treated very differently because there are more of them. It was kind of more normal to be conscientiously objecting against World War II. Some were sent to prison, definitely, but they were treated like other prisoners. Maybe not very well, but nothing like the awful treatment that conscientious objectors got in World War I. And I think partly the reason for this is there were people who had seen World War I. They had lived through World War I, and they knew the horrific things that were happening. What happened to people when they tried to move on with their lives and come home, and they didn't want that happening to people they knew. So I think that played a contributing part as well. So the question that you're going to have a go at is comparing World War I and World War II. So if you do get this kind of question, basically they're just going to ask you, how were conscientious objectors in World War I similar to World War II? Or they could ask the opposite, how were they different, World War I to World War II? Okay, so think of it clearly in your head. World War I, they were treated very badly and the public were against them. World War II, more people were conscientious objectors and they were better treated by the public, is all you need to say for that little question. Okay, as usual, any problems, give me a shout and show my homework, and have fun with this lesson and the conscientious objectors.